Hey guys, a little bit of an update. I'll spin you around and show you something. Aha, we got some clamps on there and there because upon some more sanding of that base plate, had a big crack down it. But it didn't go the whole way down, even if it did. I'm kind of looking for a rustic thing anyways, but I kind of spread it and I have some wood glue in there so I have it clamped up. But hey, when you're working with pallets, this is the stuff that happens. But that's fine. But hopefully, I'll probably let that dry overnight and scrape that glue off, give it a sand, and hopefully it works out. But just a little, show you what goes on. Okay, back once again for Noah's pipe build. Welcome to the workshop. No, this is what I come up with. You guys seen this one? I got this one pretty much sanded down to where I want it sanded. And this is the bottom. I have more problems with the bottoms because they never come out the way I want. And I wanted this one. In other stands I built, the pipes sit really like that. Well, this one I wanted to be standing up more. And I'll show you an issue I came up with. Now all I do with these bottoms is I use a big Forstner bit and then I soften them up with sandpaper. And this isn't the final sanding on this. And then I buy a big long stalk of of all thread. I buy 3 feet of this. I just kind of put it on, measure it where I want, cut it, and then I just use some washers and nuts. And that's all I do there. And on the bottom, you do have to stick that in. You know, you have to countersink that a little bit. So this is kind of what I got, and I did check all this out prior to. Oh man, never goes together good when that camera's on. And this is about where I have it. Oop, I'm dropping things. And it'll just be more nuts will go on there to hold that. And this is basically what I come up with. Like I said, it'll be stained. I like the dark walnut stain. But this is what I came up with. And this is the problem I've come to find. Now I have a lot of different pipes. And pipes are older that I used to smoke. They don't really smoke much anymore, but they were my first ones and I keep them. Now this is my Ehrlich. This is a large billiard. Along with I have my Boswell large billiard. A lot of large billiards. Well, this, I should have thought this out a little more. This, spin this around. Because I stood it up so much, it doesn't really hit in that circle. So I thought, well, this isn't going to work. But, like I said, I do have a lot of smaller pipes. This cool little Acorn. This was the first estate pipe I ever bought. And sure enough, Brigham 1 dot. This is a Brigham 3 dot. Here's my Neil Monnier garage made pipe tool. And here's my no name bent. If you guys can come up with the shape, let me know. One of my favorite pipes I have. But them guys standing up, and I gotta twist it a little because it's pallet wood and things are what they are. They fit pretty nice in 1 1/4 inch circles that I put in there with the Forstner bit. So, as far as I can tell, other than sometimes you gotta bend this all thread because it gets bent and it's a little wobbly. You gotta get it, just line it up just so. Plus the boards are crooked. Nothing's real perfectly straight. I don't have a plane or anything like that like you saw. And these are made out of pallets and they're just holding my pipes. But that's, ooh, I get nervous doing that. That's what I came up with. And the next step after a good bit more sand in and maybe try to get some more of the sand marks out and a couple little nicks and try to bend things, get them a little straighter, is getting a stain on. So I'm thinking this pipe rack is going to work for me for my smaller pipes, as they sit down in there real nice. And I kind of like how they stand up a little more. Like I said, my other pipes, if these are standing up more like this, my other racks are laying down more like that. But this was, I wanted to do something different. maybe one of these days I'll get good wood and I'll make a real big one for all my pipes, because this will be the third one. But hey, let me do some sanding, and when I get some stain action going on, we'll see how that goes. Okay guys, I got everything sanded. Had some issues with this board right here, you guys saw. I got it sanded, kind of rounded. Nothing's perfect. It's pallets. We're just doing what we're doing. Getting a nice stand. This guy, sanded and ready. Spinning around. And I'm going to, oh, and here I put a little sticky felt for the pipes to sit in. But I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get some dark walnut stain on these guys. Can't wait to see that one. Okay guys, got everything kind of sanded up. I did have to modify something. The way I did this board a little wider than what I did the other ones, and I stepped it forward a little bit. But after I did a little mock-up of it and I put my pipes in there, it was so far forward that the pipes were standing so far up that they didn't sit in there. So I went back to my original design, so to speak. I had to move. See that I had to move the holes back and filled them in with dowel rods and sanded them down. It'll look pretty neat. And then I had to cut about an inch off of this, and to make that skinnier, so that pushes everybody back. If you can see, it sits back and it gives a little bit more angle for your pipes to sit in there. Side note, I don't know if anybody's seen some of my videos. I got some white stuff wrapped around my thumb, and today I'm just down to a Band-Aid, which is good. When I was cutting this off, I was rushing, I was doing stuff, wasn't paying attention, and my thumb got in an argument with my table saw. Everything's good. Thumb's still on there. I was actually pretty lucky. But hey, pay attention to all safety operations, guys. Kids, if you're watching, doubt you are. But several stitches, 6 stitches, I think, and they had to, but it was about a week and a half ago. But everything's good. We're all good. But hey, I got my stain out, and I like to do mine. I love this color, this dark walnut from Mimwax. And it's time to get some stain on this, because we're doing some stuff, and I really need to get my pipe stand to put some more pipes on it. So I gotta get the stain out, I gotta get a stir, I gotta do all that, and then we'll start staining. Let me mix this up. Okay, we're all mixed up. And this is actually, this can is super old. I think it came with the house. But when it gets empty, I had some other ones and I filled it up. And I tend to really stain a lot of stuff this color. Once again, a little background. These are pallets. And a woodworker, a master woodworker, I'm not, but I know how to make a spot to put my stand on. So if anybody has some disparaging comments of how I did a bunch of stuff wrong, please, by all means, put them down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share the videos around. But let's put some stain on here, and let's see how good it'll come out. Oh, and I'm probably going to put 2 to 3 stains. I like to get it kind of dark. I'll let it sit for 7-10 minutes. Then I'll wipe off the excess. I'll let it dry a little bit, put another thing on. I follow the instructions on the can. And I don't polyurethane them. I put shellac on them. It gives them nice and shiny and looks pretty cool. And then I use the all thread to put it back together. But let's see what we come up with. Here we go. Okay, that's coat number 1. Like I said, it doesn't look too special now, but I'll let it dry. I'll wipe it off, the excess, and I'll put a couple more coats on. I do have a wire set up where I hang it over here off of there so it can dry. And I'm going to get doing that now. But I don't know. Looking pretty good to me, just for a pallet.